This is the icebreaker. Do you think that you do a good job with cherishing the loved ones in your life?
That's a good one. That's a good question.
I think I could do a lot better at cherishing. I know our days are numbered, but I think I forget that often, and I kind of just routinely just go on about like all my days and just I think I've been trying though. I've been trying to do better with that. Like before I leave the house every morning, I try not to yell at the girls. Like, you know, if you're running late in the morning, you start yelling and like, come on, we gotta go. I try not to do that anymore. I try to start our mornings off well, tell them I love them before I leave, and listen to my husband more when he's talking, or watch Star Wars if that's what he wants to watch. So yeah, I definitely could do better at it though.
Yeah, I like. I was watching Shaq's reaction to Kobe, and what he said was one of those things. You know, like not remembering to cherish those close to you. You know, and how things like this happen, and it brings that reality out. You know, sadly, we wait too late sometimes to think about these things. You know, and we forget that life is a vapor. You know, tomorrow's not promised, you know. So those are the things I forget too, you know.
I think it's easier for me. Like I was just looking the word cherish up just to make sure that I wasn't thinking of it incorrectly. And so it says to protect and to care for. And so I think it's easy for wives, if they're mothers, to cherish their children and forget about cherishing their spouses. Because, you know, kids they need cared for, they need protected, they need things where, you know, your husband is an adult. And so you forget what it looks like to cherish your spouse and how you can walk that out. So I definitely can do.
It's probably easier to love our kids than our spouses too.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
yeah, that's what's up, man. I would definitely say that do I do a good job with that? I could definitely say that I can do a better job. And I think a lot of people
do a pretty good job though, honey. Like you've actually taught me to cherish like saying I love you, or, you know, before you leave, because you were pretty big on that when we met. Yeah. I was like, why? I'm about to see you in 5 minutes. Yeah. Why are you telling me that? But he's taught me to really cherish, like, you don't know what your last words are gonna be, or so.
I just keep on thinking about that news that we got on Sunday. You know, Kobe dying, and his daughter going with him as well, and all the people that were on the helicopter. Those were families that were broken up too, because of death. And I'm wondering, like, man, I wonder, because we haven't heard much at all, anything from Kobe's wife. I wonder if she was able to say goodbye the right way, you know, that you always I wish I would have looked him in his eyes, you know. So you probably think I wish I would have looked him in his eyes and gave him a kiss before. I don't know what their goodbye was like. I don't know what their last moments were like with each other, but after hearing about that situation, it makes me realize, man, I gotta really cherish my loved ones even more.
I had posted something on my Instagram. It was a picture of Kobe, and it says something about, like, he's got like all these great quotes because he's, you know, encouraged so many people. But what I had said in my Instagram was, but I wonder what his messages would be now that he's stepped into eternity. How different? What would he say? Would he say, spend more time with your family, you know, be with your spouse? God really does exist, you know. So when I think about cherishing and thinking about Kobe, if he could come back, how different would his messages be to us?
It would. I mean, I'm not going to say that he's in a bad place, but it would probably sound similar to the man in the parable where the guy was in Sheol and he was down there being tormented, and he was just hot, thirsty, and he's like, just let me go back so I can warn my brothers. Right. And I'm sure, you know, he's I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm saying anybody that leaves this world I'm sure that if they were able to come back, they would come back with so much more passion, so much more zeal to preach the gospel. And because they said he went to church the morning of, but I think it was Catholic Mass. It's a little bit different than church service.
We don't know, but either way, his message would certainly be different. I'm talking about cherishing. He would probably ask us to cherish more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.